Alright, am I streaming? Am I streaming? Okay, I am streaming. What the fuck? This shit's so weird. Okay. Where the fuck should I put this chat shit? Oh, I can put it there? That shit looks ugly. Let me put it here. Hello! Yes, I do remember your username being that. How the fuck do I close out of this shit? Okay. Never streamed on YouTube before. I don't know who Connor Hart is, but hello. There should be a really low latency. Only like a few second delay, I think. Oh, it's twigs? Okay. Feel free to drop me a subscribe. I will be uploading more content soon. Wi-Fi League I'm in. I think we're in Grace right now. I'm gonna stream on YouTube for this just because there's no ads, but I don't know. We'll see. There's less latency on YouTube, which is kind of nice. I think we can go ahead and hop right into it. I did already make this. I think this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I need some music. Where is this? Let me find the playlist. Give me a second. My library. Where is it at? Oh, lo-fi beats. Here we go. That was a little loud. Do me first if you can. I'm at work and can't be here long. Okay. Is the music too loud? Too good? Let me know. How do you have 12 points with 10 mods? I don't know. Alright. You want me to do yours first, Theros? Because you have to leave. Alright, sure, we can do yours first. Damn, this team fucking sucks. No, I'm just kidding. Wait, what's your little thing? Oh yeah, the Pittsburgh? It is Pittsburgh. Okay. So I mean, you have a Regice Delta. Like, just hopping into it. You have a Regice Delta. So I mean, the team can't be that bad. Immediately. This thing's like, I think it's really good. It gets knockoff? What the fuck? Why does this thing get knockoff? Doesn't somebody else have Regice in Valor and Gouging Fire, or am I crazy? No, the Gouging Fire team was different. Who the fuck had Gouging Fire? Oh. Alright, I'm just fucking tripping. I was like half asleep during the stream. So I mean, you have no, like, your type charge green, which pleases the eye, but like, is it really green? I mean, your only flying resist is a Kilowattrel, who like takes like 30% still, or 35% from like a Torn Hurricane. So it's not really a switch in, but like, it's okay. He did draft Lipard, which is cool. Quacklevolt is sadly kind of a meh spinner. Like when I used it, I just preferred running offense. It kind of forces it into defensive sets, which doesn't really pair well with Moxie, in my opinion. But like Weezing's a really good defogger, and Scizor can run it if needed. So not really an issue there. Your speed tiers are good. Lucario, I don't know how to feel about it. I feel like it's really good as like a cleaner, but it has to be positioned really well because it's not that fast. Like 112 is fast, but there's a lot of things faster than it, and it just gets fucked if it gets hit super effective. But Defiant's really good. I have Defiant on Bisharp before he megas. So I hope all 8 of my opponents can give me a Defiant boost so I can win. I mean, there's not much bad things to say about this team. It's pretty good. Yeah, like your top 4 is really strong. Regice, really good. Spidefmon. Yeah. I don't really have any complaints. And usually I'm a complainer. Other than that, Kilowattrel's your only flying resist. I think that's the biggest thing. But it's like manageable. It's not too bad. What's your rock resist? That's fine. Bisharp being your only ghost resist actually kind of meh, but it is good. Regice and Weezing's good as well. Like your team kind of gets ghost spammed. Like Lucario can switch in, but he's not really tanky. He doesn't like to. Like a Spec Shadow Ball or something. No nuclear resist, yeah, kind of mid. I don't know why you didn't draft one. I mean, it's an A tier team. This is the right logo, right? I'm not tripping. Yeah. Like, it's good. I don't know what the fuck nuclear is. I mean, it's a good team. It could be like bottom of S maybe, because there's really no issues with it. You've got like strong defensive mons. You've got really good offensive mons. I'm just gonna leave it an A for now, because to see how the other teams stack up against it. But definitely like higher A, maybe lower S, in my opinion. So we can officially start at the top now with Chance's team. Outside of Weezing. I mean, you have to kill a Kilowattrel as well. And his only ground weakness is Gouging Fire. So, like, it's not really a big deal. And Ogerpon and Quacklevolt both scare out ground types, like, unless they have a second typing that resists it. I don't think ground types are an issue on this team at all. And Regice can come in on, like, special one. But yeah. Why? Bro Sprite is not showing up. Give it a refresh, maybe? Alright, Electro just doesn't want to come out today, apparently. So Chance's team. It's a cool team. I fuck with Donphan mega hard. He's a cool guy. Sinistcha without Terra. I do need to change the Terapagos form. 110 to 85 speed tier is not great, but like it's manageable. Registeel Delta, I think, is pretty good. I don't think it's that crazy. I think it's getting overhyped a little bit. Just because, like, I don't know. Like, you have fire-type stealth rocks, but, like, I don't know. I don't think it's that crazy. It's not showing up as it's secretly Life Delta in disguise. That's crazy. Yeah, it does have a very big ice weakness. Like, Registeel has to eat ice hits for everything. Because your steel and water type are both flying, so they don't resist, which is not great in my opinion. I mean, like, Celesteela, like, Mantine eats special ice hits anyways, even though it's only neutral on it. You do have 3 rockers. You have 2 rockers. It's a Jigglypuff, never mind. Like, these 2 guys are really great rockers though, so not really an issue. Yeah, a lot of teams do 8 freeze dry. Camera Up can even put T-Spikes down. I mean, all you really need is Donphan, Rapid Spin. Like, I mean, like, you could run Defog on Mantine maybe 1 week in case you need an extra move slot for Donphan, but, like, that's all you really need. You can also normal spam, whereas this team just need coverage for Steelo without recovery and Sinistrat. Yeah. They don't share a weakness though, because heat proof, but, like, you could just run a fire move. Still does a decent amount to Sinistrat. It's really just the ice weakness and the rock, I guess. But, like, Donphan eats every rock attack. So, like, yeah, it's really just ice. Like, an ice type with, like, any cover, any water, ground, or rock coverage, just kind of wins. But other than that, the team is very... I like the first 5 a lot. I like up to here. And then these 5, I'm like, whatever. Like, I don't think they're that great. These 2 need Terra to be, like, good. They're okay without it, but to be, like, good mons, they need Terra. Mantine kind of sucks, unfortunately. I don't think it's that good of a mon. And then these 2 are, like, whatever. The first 6 is really good, though. I mean, Meloetta can probably just win you games. So, like, as long as you build decently around it, I don't think it's that big of an issue. Yeah, Electro can be a good pivot, but Delta Camera Up doesn't even get corrosion. Does it not? I'm on the wrong thing. Give me 1 second. There you go. You can look at no video for a second. All right. Oh wait, actually can't leak. Hold on. Because I have already built. Okay. This was looking at other stuff. Could not leak the team. Come on. Oh yeah, it doesn't get corrosion. That kind of sucks. I mean, it's a camera up. Who really cares? Venomous. I mean, Venomous is good though. It's a good ability. But yeah, pretty much like top 6, great team. Like, just bring these 6 every game. Just bring these 6 every game. I mean, these guys aren't bad, but I just think your top 6 is so much stronger. Now 2-type targets are gone, not good. Yeah, that's true. But I mean, your removal's fine, your hazards are fine. You have a Donphan. Jigglypuff, sure. What, it gets to 30 defenses with Eviolite? Oh, he's gonna get a competitive boost and sweep. But yeah, I think this is definitely worse than Theros' team. I think this is the logo, right? Yeah, the Torcats. We'll put in B though. It's definitely still a pretty good team. I don't hate it. Maybe just get a water type that resists ice and you'll be okay. I don't understand the double grass that much, but that's just me. I feel like grass is one of the types that you don't want double of on your team. I think the 3 easiest types to have double of and not have like a glaring weakness is like water, flying, and fairy, personally. Or steel. Those 4. I think it are the types you can double up on easier than other types. But yeah, put in B for now. You're facing him tonight. We'll move on to the fraud. Yeah, not on this team, but in general, doubling up on flying usually isn't bad. This thing looks funny. So, we have Glacier's team. Pretty bad. This guy got 2nd pick and drafted Dragapult and not Mega Milotic, so pretty much a fraud. Need I say more? The team is not bad though. Like, it has Pult, Mega Poliwrath just clicks, funny, Hypnosis. Driftblim, doesn't it use like, what's the one move called? It's like 50% accurate, always burns. Is it Inferno? Yeah, there's no guard Inferno, which is kind of funny. But I mean, I think all the Delta I don't know about Delta Noivern too much. Like, I don't know. What does Flower Gift do? Oh. Cherrim. Wow. Yeah, I think Noivern Delta's kind of meh. I'm not the biggest fan because it has a very good defensive typing and it's not a defensive mon. I mean, it does have like Roost and stuff, but not the biggest fan of it. Once again, we got one Pokemon holding up the flying resists. Yeah, I think it's worse than Kalos. But his mons are good, like speed tiers are... Oh, nope, speed tiers are not good. 16 gap. GG, let's see all the mons that can... No, we're not going to do that, actually. That would take too long. But, yeah, you have a... I mean, you have a good defensive core in, like, Umbreon, Snorlax, Driftblim, I guess Noivern. Mega Poliwrath is, like, really annoying. I don't think it's that crazy. But Glacier got rolled by it. And, so I guess he drafted it now. Just like, bro's playing a new format and drafted Dragapult turn 1. Your team does get Edge Quake pretty hard though. You don't fuck with a Revival Blessing? I don't know if the VOD will save. We'll see. But yeah, he's got 2 hazards. Tread's all you really need for removal, and he has Pikachu, I guess. Not a bad team. I think it's better than Chance's slightly. Yeah, I personally like it more than Chance's. It feels more balanced. But I don't think it's nearly as good as Theros's. Does it 4 Pokemon weak to fighting? Yeah, but he's got 2 quad resists. Bolt can switch in. It's not really an issue. But yeah, I think right here is good for now. I do like it better than Chance's team, just because Chance's team feels like, hey, I'm gonna bring my top 6 every week. But yeah. Yeah. Now we have the stall team. Pikachu, I mean, it can Eviolite, right? I don't know. Might take something with Eviolite. I didn't mean to do that. Alright. We have Chelsea's team. Don't know how you guys allowed the Mega Milotic person to also get Delta Arcanine, but here we are. I don't know if it works. I would assume so. Why is Glowking's sprite so small? I mean, this is a stall team. Not really. Kind of. It's like semi-stall with offensive pieces. Like you've got these 4, and then you've got these 3, and then Blossom. Quite a big flying weakness here. Gallade doesn't really take, like, if it gets Brave Birded, it's taken like 40% still. Give me 1 second. Got a text. Alright. I mean, Ice Weakness, I guess, but like, Mega Milotic always eats, so it's not really a big deal. And even like, you can switch like AV Glowking into Ice Beams and shit. Moltres eats pretty well. So I don't think the Ice Weakness is that bad. And one of them is a Blossom, which isn't coming weekly, so the team is really slow. Not one Pokemon over base 100, I just realized. That's really funny. Oh my god. But I mean, you have a Ting-Lu and Ferrothorn, so you're good on hazards. Moltres is coming every week for Defog, which I don't love, but like, it's okay. Bisharp is never clicking Defog. Be for real. But I mean, the team is stall. Like, it really depends on the player. Stall teams either can go 8-0 or 0-8. But the top 2 is crazy. Like, getting both of these 2. And Milotic covers, like, Arcanine's weaknesses, like, perfectly. Like, Ice Fighting and Dragon. You just switch Milotic in. So, good luck playing against that. Hopefully, Chelsea somehow doesn't make it to playoffs, so I don't have to play them. Possibly, but do I like it better when Force makes it? Oh yeah, that is how it works, doesn't it? Oh, that's true. Okay, not as bad then, but is this better than Chance's team? I feel like it is. I honestly feel like it's like, what is Chelsea's logo? Oh yeah, the Poly Swags, right? Yeah. I honestly think it's here. Just because the top 2 and the defensive core is really difficult to break on this team. And like, you can Chili out into Gallade and it gets a defense boost. And could just win. Does Gallade Delta get agility? No, it doesn't. Does it get any way to boost its speed? It would not appear that way. But it's really hard to switch into once it gets in, though, just because Electric Ice is crazy offensive coverage. It does get Ice Shard, though, for priority, which is very nice. Honestly think it's, yeah, it's right here. I think it's better than the other teams. I do think it is better than Glacier and Chance's team. Just because it's really hard to break. Alright. Divine Reaper's team. Very interesting team. We do have a rain team, though. May have to give you the wettest and the wildest roll. I mean, the team, speed tiers, very solid. Green type chart, you love to see it. Hazards out the wazoo. That's what happens when you get a Glamora and a Garchomp. Which is very nice. I do like Glamora on this team a lot. Makes it to where Chomp doesn't have to run rocks if you want them. And also alleviates Meow. For some reason, like, Meow is a very good offensive, like, pivot. But I see nobody run spikes and T-spikes. Its coverage is so good that it forces a lot of things out. And it can get up a spike or T-spike really easily and then just U-turn out because it's faster than most things. Your removal is Mortal Spin and Defog on Pelipper, which is okay. I would prefer a Rapid Spinner here just because you have so many hazards. Like Mortal Spin is that, but it's not all. Can you Mortal Spin against Steel types? Does have Magic Bounce too, that's true. I think I would have just preferred some sort of Rapid Spinner. Okay, so you can on Steel types. But I mean, speed tiers look good. Typhlosion Delta Mega is like a beast. Urshi Rapid is a fraud, but in the rain, he's less of a fraud, so it's probably okay. Lantern Delta is pretty cool. Ghost Fire type, interesting, with Levitate Flash Fire. I mean, the team is solid. You've got like, let me count. You've got 9 solid Mons. Like even Tauros, I've seen put in work. People sleep on that Sheer Force Tauros. Like you've just got 9 good Mons on the team, and they synergize well. And you also have Rain. You could also not bring Rain one week if you wanted. Don't know why, but this team could honestly win without Rain. Anger Point is funny. They did draft Meow though. If only we were playing doubles, they could Flower Trick Tauros to get Anger Point. GG. But yeah, it's a really solid team. Is it better than Theros's? I think they're pretty equal, honestly. I think the Vines has higher peaks because like Rain and Typhlosion, but Theros is just like more consistent. Maybe. I think I'm actually gonna do something like this. Move this up to S. I will move it to S as well because I think it's a bit better than Chelsea's team. I think this team has higher peaks, but this team can be more consistent. Just because Rain can be very volatile a lot of the time. But yeah, I think that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good. We're gonna do Nyx now. Tatsugiri. Already. What's Nyx logo? Already in the C tier. You don't even get to go to the D tier because you got Tatsugiri on the team. You skip that because you have a goat on the team. Fastest Pokemon 119 isn't the greatest, but it's okay. I mean, Rotom and Tatsugiri. All you need is Tatsugiri with Rapid Spin and you're chilling. 3 rockers. I mean, you have Matang Spider, so like your hazards are fine. Matang just kind of doesn't do damage back, but it can still sit there. A lot of pivots, which I do appreciate. Your rock weakness isn't very real because like Mug can switch in or Magmortar. They don't really take a lot. I guess like a stab Stone Edge would hurt, but because they're more Spadef mons. But like there's not that many rock types. This looks like a very fun team to use though. Melodic Delta, I don't know if it's good yet. I'll see. We'll see. You have a Plusle on the team. I just realized there's a Plusle on the team. I like this team. It's pretty cool. You have Bisharp Mega as well. Kind of forgot about him. He's all the way over here. Which Secret. Very good. So I would... Good job getting Matang and that. But, what do I have complaints about this team? I feel like a lot of your Pokemon, like, they come in the battle, and I'm not that scared of... Like, Bisharp is, like, the only thing that switches in. I'm like, oh, shit. You know, maybe Zoroark, maybe Escavalier, but Escavalier kind of needs a turn to, like, Trick Room up and shit. I think it gets Trick Room, right? Does it get Trick Room itself? Yeah, it does. Like, it has a lot of attack, obviously, and it's pretty bulky, but unless you set Trick Room up turn 1, it's not that scary, I feel like. You have a lot of glue pieces, but not a lot of Pokemon that are just like, hey, I'm here, I'm gonna kill something. I feel like. Bisharp's kind of the only one that can just be switched in and take a life. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I don't know the GOAT, Magmortar Delta. But, does he get Shift Gear? No. I just get Autonomize. But once again, that takes a turn. So, like, you either... Like, these two guys, like, you either kill something, because they hit, like, a nuke with, like, Mega Launcher. Or, like, you Trick Room and then, like, SD or whatever. But they don't immediately come out. You either, like, have to choose between setting up or killing something and getting revenged. Or, like, setting up and taking a lot of damage. That's the way I see this team. I think it can definitely work, though. There's also Ditto, which is just anti-setup. Annoying to prep against. Which is very nice. And you can, like, Zoroark. Does Milotic get flip turn? Let's see. Zoroark can also play some shenanigans as well. It does not get a pivot move. It does not. Dragonify. That's cool. Yeah, I'd have to agree, Divine. It feels like a lot of glue mons, but there's nothing to glue onto. Like, there's like Bisharp. And then it's like, just a lot of, like, middle of the pack, not like high point mons that do a few things good, but don't win you games. So I think with that, I honestly feel like it's the worst team we've seen so far. No offense. I like Chance's team better. I feel like his top 6 just like beat this team easily. Is it a C tier though? Oh, my mouse is about to die. Yeah. We'll leave it in B for now. Let me plug my mouse up. Alright. Next team. The Nudgy Hamster. That's a lot of red, buddy. I'm just kidding. Holy shit at the hazards. Holy shit. So we did already see them play a game. Metagross Spider went kind of crazy. This is a very stalled team. Chansey, Doza. I don't think I have enough hazards. Yeah, you know, true. Could have used a few more. Only 2 web setters? Come on. Be for real. It's another stall team. But this one's like more stall than the other stall team. This is like full stall. The other one's like semi-stall with some offensive pieces. Very annoying. A lot of hazards. Avalok Delta in the game you played surprisingly did well. The rock resist is Shuckle. But he eats. He eats any rock attack. The thing is though, type charts with stall kinda don't really exist. Because the Pokemon are so bulky usually, it doesn't matter if they take 2x damage or regular. Why is Drapey on here? Bro is the odd man out. But I mean, it's stall once again. Poison. You couldn't have gotten a stallier poison type. You do have a lot of weaknesses though, but you do have like good resists to all your weaknesses. First team I've ever seen weak to bug. Maybe ever. How the fuck did you draft a team weak to bug? That is genuinely impressive. Yeah, it's not me, it's actually busted. Yeah. I think it's pretty crazy. Weak to bug is crazy. What was it? Last BTDL season, somebody was weak to steel. And I was like, how the fuck you draft a weak to steel team? But I mean, it's a good team. It's annoying. U-turn spam is crazy. At least Shuckle caught. Yeah, Shuckle does call. He eats the bug attacks. And the rock attacks. I think this team, I honestly feel like it's A. I feel like it's up here. It's just so fucking annoying to beat. Even Avalug Delta in the game you played, it kind of went crazy. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, I don't know if this mon's kind of good. It was good in that game. I honestly think it's better than Glacier's team. I do think it's worse than Chelsea's team, though. I do think it's worse than Chelsea's. Just because, like, their average Stallmon is better than your average Stallmon, other than, like, Metagross, I guess. And they also have offensive pieces to capitalize on their stall as well. We already did Theros's. We can do the Soviet Onions. It's definitely a good team, though. Alright, the Soviet Onion. A lot of hazards. You like to see it. You do like to see it. What is this? Metachan? Screw offense. That's crazy. Must beat the Power 6. Double Greninja was kind of crazy. I do respect it though. I do respect it. I'm not so sure how good Mega Delta Gallade is. We'll see. It's just that stabs are usually better special attackers, and its moves are kind of inconsistent for its stabs, but they could still be really good. Togekiss is all you really need for defog. This team is very fast, which I do appreciate. Lowest Mon is 80, which is kind of crazy. A lot of U-turners. 1, 2, 3, 6, and then 1 Volt Switcher. So, how many Mons do they have? 10? 7 out of your 10 Mons can pivot, which you love to see. I think Gren being your, like your Ghost Resists are good. Ambipom obviously is immune. Grin isn't very tanky though. But like if they have coverage other than Ghost type, kinda eh. I'm just looking for things to say bad about this team. Like your ground resists are fine. There's really not. You have 3 fairy types, which is kind of crazy. Trick Room is going to hurt, but they do have Screamtail and Jirachi, who both learn Trick Room, who can reverse it. It's definitely, it's very interesting. I think Screamtail, Screamtail and Togekiss being your 2 main like defensive Pokemon, and then both being fairy types, so they share 2 weaknesses. isn't the greatest thing. But Jirachi can switch in on those. Double Grin is interesting, but I respect it. I respect it. This team definitely can kind of just like... Polygon does get armor as well. I feel like this team can kind of just come in and like do a lot of damage. Like the top three, Jirachi even can, Ambipom, and Metacham, Delta. They all do quite a lot of damage. And does have pretty good defensive pieces. I do think it is worse than these two teams. But I think it's better than the stall teams. I think I prefer it over the stall teams. And it's just really fast. I think right there is a good spot. You're gonna need like 3 Scarpers against this team, unless you run Trick Room. There's not really a whole lot of bad things to say about this team, I think, other than the defensive core. And like, you have 2 good Wish Passers. Togekiss doesn't run it that often, but it can. You also have Togekiss, which is a win con in and of itself sometimes with Serene Grace Air Slashes. You have 2 Serene Grace Mons, I just realized that. Holy shit, your team is annoying. I think this is a good spot for it, though. Alrighty. On the bottom row now, we got Bummer's team. Fastest mon being 110, and it's a Delta Raichu is not the greatest. I'm gonna get paraspammed by a team with base 80 as the slowest mon. This is an interesting team. It does have some of my favorite Pokemon to draft. These 3 guys. So I might be a little biased. The speed tiers are a little weird. 110, 109, 108. Nothing faster than Delta Raichu, which isn't that good of a Pokemon, to be honest. He's a silly guy, though. Ruin Gross is good. Nah, the Eevee is good, trust. The Eevee is goated. Yeah, it does hit really hard. Like the top 5. Well, Eevee doesn't really hit that hard. This team does hit pretty hard. What do you mean Eevee is glitched? I mean, this team is pretty... No Dragon kind of sucks here. Abilities sometimes stack. Oh, I don't know. But I think it's mainly just the speed. Your removal's fine. Yeah, Tangrowth might have to be hazards. You either have to resort Tangrowth to hazards and can't go AV, or you have to make Ruin Gross run rocks, which isn't great. I saw Jolteon with Magic Bounce from Espeon. Well, that seems fun. I mean, the type chart's fine. Rotom Heat is gonna have to switch into a lot of the fire moves, because Keldeo is decently bulky. It's got like an okay defensive profile. 91, 90, 90 is definitely not bad, but it's not something you want to switch in on, like, on my Chandelure. Like in Flamethrower. Trying to think how I feel about this team. Okay, now that's broken. If so, I don't know. We'll see if that glitch ever happens or something. Yeah, I just wish this team was a bit faster. The defensive core isn't the greatest here. Pretty offensive team. Because the swap moves, so if it goes water, it can take... Yeah, that is true. Eevee can really be offensive or defensive. Which I feel like it wants to be more defensive with this team. Like his first 5 mons, other than Eevee, are very offensive. I feel like it's gonna want to be like Umbreon and Sylveon a lot here. It's definitely not a bad team though. I think it's like here. Yeah. It does have to go Jolteon. I think it's here. Yeah. I think I agree with this. Got the Big Body Brown Zongs next. What a team name. Oops. Whoops. Alrighty. So this is a Trick Room team. Has a Trick Room mode. This is a weird team. So it can come in as Spiritomb. Set up Trick Room. Yeah. Yes, Trick Room. Or not knock them. New Moon, whatever. Or Roserade. Yeah, it does have a darkness mode. I don't quite understand Dragonite on this team. Yeah, I don't really understand Dragonite. And I don't like the 124 to 90 gap. I know it's like Trick Room and stuff, but still don't want a gap that big. Really good hazards though. Oh yeah, Lunatone can set the Noctim as well. I forgot about that. Roserade being your only ghost resist isn't great, but it's okay. It's not the worst thing. I think it was a snipe me from my rain team. That's fair. They did draft their mascot, which you gotta appreciate. Regirock Delta is really good. How do I feel about this team? Jolteon feels a little weird with this team. I feel like it was picked just for like a fast mon. And they already had an electric type, so like I don't really see the point of Jolteon here. I would maybe get rid of Dragonite, pick up a bulky or water. This team would be better. I mean, Delta Dragonite in itself is a good Pokemon, but I don't think it's needed here. Yeah, they both can. But Lunatone can hold the rock for it. There's no real special bulk. I mean, Bronzong can be ran specially and eat. And Hoopa's also pretty specially defensive, like in itself, without having to invest a lot. So I don't think I think there's decent special bulk here. The physical bulk is definitely a lot better, but I mean, Spiritomb Mega and Trick Room is just crazy. If you let it like have free turns, it could definitely just win games in and of itself. I do like the defensive core in this team, but outside of Spiritomb and Roserade, the offense feels a bit lackluster. Because of that, carried by Regirock. Sorta. Oh yeah. Well, he has Fortress as well. I feel like this team is very mid if Spiritomb can't win the game. Or Roserade. If either of those two can't win the game, its Pokemon are just not good enough to win. Those also have webs. But the Spiritomb in and of itself makes this pretty good. So, let me look at Nick's team again. I think it's better than Nick's team. Yeah, they both died to a fire move. Well, Regirock probably lives one. That's why I'm saying a bulky water over D-Knight I think would be better here. Spadef one. Let's see if we can get them one. Man, if he went undrafted, which is kind of crazy. It's not a full weakness, but it's definitely something to look out for. Well, like regular Milotic. Yeah, just pick up a regular Milotic. For 12 points, you drop this. You have more points left as well. You drop maybe Swalot. And you pick up another good mon. You're missing a lot of types here. A dragon, fighting, ice, grass, fire, and normal type. So pick up one of them. And I think your team's a lot better. I think I'm gonna put it here though. I do like it more than Nick's team. I think its peak is definitely a lot higher. We'll move on now. The Oslo City Dragon Dancers. The worst team in the league. Gliscor does have spikes. I don't know why this isn't showing up here, but move on. Don't bother. The team isn't bad. You have Chin Pao, so I mean, I don't like the 120 to 95 speed gap. I gotta say. I guess Flygon is 100, but then when you Mega it goes to 120. Your defensive core and just Gliscor and Vaporeon alone is really good though. Because Vaporeon can just switch in to Gliscor, and I mean, you can switch Flygon Mega in even on like grass attacks if you need, because it's pretty bulky. And it quad resists. Copper-Aja. Why'd you draft Copper-Aja? Copper-Aja. Kamala on this team is something. I don't think it's really needed here. Like, when are you bringing Kamala over Hitmontop? Ever. You're not. Because Hitmontop's the GOAT. Copper-Aja, it's something. It's not bad. Your first 6 are really good. Your team is kind of like Chances, but I think your first 6 are better than Chances. And you rounded it out a bit better than he did. But your first 6 definitely carry the squad. Hitmontop is goated though. Trying to think. I think you just drop Kamala. There's some heat in the back half as well. Okay. Yeah, I really just don't like the speed gap. Kamala helps with T-spikes, I guess, but like, I would never bring Kamala over Hitmontop. I feel like none of them resist rock after flying on Megas. That's true. But you also have Chin Pao, so like, you know, Chin Pao can just win games. I do like the team though. I feel like the top 6 are all Pokemon I like. Flygon Mega seems cool. Ceruledge I think is really good. I think it's really underrated. I think people are just now realizing how good it is. Like past 2-3 months in like PAL decks. But it's low-key crazy. Yeah, Chin Pal is just, hey, we failed at making Weavile good in both formats, like a top tier mon, so let's make Weavile on crack. Yeah, why the Coco? What does Coco do here? If I score alone beats half these teams at matchup, yeah. Electric terrain abuse makes Coco so much worse. What does that mean? I mean, I don't think you can go wrong with Coco, but I think like could have got something to abuse electric terrain more. Good against Mega Poly. That's true. Coco is definitely just a good mon though. Like you don't need an electric terrain abuser, but it's nice to have. What I would do personally here is probably drop these two. Drop Kamala and Slagoo. What happened to the type chart? Oh, that's why you have Slagoo. Like drop these two and get something else. How many points do they add up to? 5? With electric terrain abuse, you know. 4 turns max if you're lucky, easy to prep for. With that, or it forces terrain extender. What would I get here for 5 points? I don't know. I feel like I would do that though. You're not really ghost weak, even if you delete these two. I mean, you have a bit of a rock weakness, but like, Gliscor eats physical stone edges for breakfast. Your team does smoke Mega Polytoad though. Raichu? I think it's taken, right? Yeah. Oh, Alola. Oh no, he does not like Raichu Alola. It's 6 points. He used it in One Wild Season 1. And it didn't do shit. But yes. Move on. Oh, let me rank this. I think your top 6 are very good. Do I like it more than Glacier's team? I feel like I do. Is it an A tier team? I think it is. I think it's bottom of A though. Just like these first 6 are really good. Once again, you just bring your top 6. Every game. Maybe him on top sometimes. Alright, we'll move on. Next we have Cammy. Person who drafted 3 non-Delta Mons. This is a very hyper offense team, if I recall. Yes. 2. Wait, Snom is a bug type? Is Snom usually a bug type? I thought it was mono ice. Only Rockers, Lando, not great. This team is just hyper offense, though, with Mega Milotic Delta. Is it always a bug type? I didn't know that. I know Frostmoth is, but like, I don't know. It fucking sucks. Hyper offense with your fastest mon being Valiant is not that great, I do have to say. But there's factors of this team that just, like your top 7 are just crazy strong mons that just click buttons. It dies to a stray fire. That shit dies to fire spin. But I mean, like, it's hard to say how good hyper offense can be because it really matters on the player. But as a team in general, I think it's pretty good. It's a pretty good hyper offense team. I would have preferred a little bit more hazards and maybe a mon over 120. But that's all. I wish the last two were replaced by webs. Yeah. I know Cammy does not play Gen 9 that much as well. So got some slack. I mean, hyper offense peaks like here, but it's also here. I do think it's better than these two. Is it better than Chance's team? I don't think it's better than Chance's team, honestly. I kind of like Chance's team a bit better. I just wish they had... Like, Lando is always forced into a supportive role with this team, which isn't bad on a hyper offense team. But sometimes you look at Lando and it's like... It does look very fun. But sometimes you look at Lando's matchup and you're like, well, I just run EQ Stone Edge and do 70% to every Pokemon. That's... I think here's a good spot, though. Alright, moving on to Twig's team. My Chandelure brethren. I pressed the wrong button. Speed tiers, 110 to 87 isn't great. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen. 4 rockers, like to see that. Tinkatuff is not bad. Delta Mega Milotic is really weird. Yeah, I think they were just drafting Pokemon they liked, which is honestly fair, very real. Does say you have a ground weakness, but like, not really. 2 of them are Camerupt and Tinkatuff. Well, this is Mega Camerupt, so it's actually decent. But Tinkatuff isn't going to be brought all that much. So, pretty much evens out there. Great Tusk. I mean, you have 2 good defoggers and then Great Tusk has Spin. All you really need. Love Intoxicate Camerupt. What does Intoxicate do again? This is Venomous. Oh, you were kidding. Yo, this GDP here. Oh, what's up? What's up, GDP? This is for my my own league for our insurgents. We just finished drafting the other day. Toxicate causes all normal type moves by the Pokemon. Oh, okay, so it's like Glaciate and shit. I mean, it's a very good balanced team here. Like, bulkier offense, I'd say. I'm almost done, so I think I'm just gonna stay by myself. Only got 4 teams left. But thank you, though. It is Mega Hydreigon signature ability. I thought so. But I mean, this team is really good. Like, all great Pokemon, all Pokemon. I think I've drafted. Actually, I don't know if I've drafted Wellspring. I think I have once. I feel like I would draft this team. I think that's part of the reason I like it. You've got good rockers, so maybe a spiker, but like, you don't need spikes. Good removal. I would have liked a bit more pivots. Well, actually, Ogerpon has U-turn. Not showing up on here. I think that's it. Yeah. But like, you know, your top 6, all really good Pokemon. Shandy clicks buttons. Tusk, best remover in the format. Oh yeah, Ogerpon water does get spikes. I like never see it run spikes though. Weavile, Metagross with like the DLC 2 buffs, very nice. Rotom Wash, one of the most consistent Pokemon in every generation it's been in. Noivern's good budget dragon type, gives you some speed. The Dunsparce, such a versatile Pokemon. You can use it in like, you can use it to like 1v1 something. You can Galarian spam. You can Agility, Serengrace, Air Slash spam. It can do a lot of different stuff, which is why I love it. I'm excited to see you cook with Camerupt. It better get some kills. It better not be a fraud here. And Tinkatuff's pretty decent. Overall, I like this team a lot. I think I honestly think it's bottom of S tier here. I feel like you can't complain about anything here. It'll come like 3 times, I think. Like, you've got bulkier Pokemon. You've got... It's definitely bulkier offense. More offense than bulkier, but... You need to run some calcs with this Pokemon. It's crazy. Even resists take like 30% from Moonblast. Like, good resists with Fairy Wear. It's kind of crazy. I think I'm going to put it bottom of S, though. I do like it. Next up, we have Sindel Prince's team. Drafted 1 whole Delta Pokemon. This is a type chart of all time. This is a team of all time. Wait, does this team have no hazards? Wait, I guess this is spikes. This is T-spikes, I think. Wait, what the fuck is this team? That's really funny. Where do I start? I mean, it's a bulky offense team. Pekka is broken. It needs to be moved up from 12. I genuinely think it's like a 15-point mon. Whole lot of red 2 just dropped. Yeah, the thing is though, they have a resist or immunity for everything that's red. So it's not the worst thing I've ever seen. This team definitely feels like, hey, I'm gonna run you over before you can, like, I'm just gonna run your team over. Very matchup dependent team here, I feel like. But like, these two are very good physical wall breakers. Iron Hands is very consistent. This thing I think is pretty good. Spectrier is very a matchup mon. Rillaboom and like Pekka are both very good pivot Pokemon. Regieleki can be decent. Spins. Flacking is funny. It is a team that is poison weak. Pekka can switch in on like every poison type move, so it doesn't really matter. It's definitely has high peaks and low lows. Like, it's just like, hey, I'm gonna run you over with my high base stat total Pokemon before you can beat me. Like, their lowest base stat total Pokemon, well, this isn't even the right Palafin. Their lowest is 530, which is Rillaboom. And then it's Ogerpon Hearthflame. Yeah, no hazards. I would like some hazards. I would like some hazards for sure. Drop Slacking, maybe pick up some like cheap ground or rock type. But like, this team aims to just come in and click buttons. And for that alone, I think it's not that bad. It's not a C tier, I'm just putting it there for now. I think I'm gonna do what Donkey did actually. Do I think it's better than Nick's team? I kind of do. Do I think it's better than Wild's? I kind of don't hate this team for some reason. I feel like it's better than these two. It just has a lot of good Pokemon. They're just gonna out base stat total you. Is it better than Cammy's? They're very similar. I think I prefer it slightly. I don't think it's better than Chance's though. I think it gets gatekept by Chance's team. I think like here's a good spot. Yeah, it is found in the right place. It's just like, I don't know. This team either 6-0s or gets 0-6'd. I feel like. We'll move on to the next though. At the end, I might redo some of these. Mega Medicham team. Here we go. Oh, Hoopa Unbound. That was a controversial Pokemon. Anyways, all green type chart. You love to see it. Your Ghost Resist is Savali though, who isn't a normal type. So like, we are making stairs true. 113 being your fastest Pokemon isn't great, but you do have webs, but like you can't always rely on webs. You have a lot of fast Pokemon, like 100 or above, but none are above 113. Like Superior being your fastest isn't the greatest thing. Ghost Resist is Garg. Yeah, true. But like, Garg with no Terra kind of sucks. Good rockers though, like Vespiquen and Garg. This team is very balanced team. You have some good offensive options in Medicham, Hoopa, Lucario, Mint, even Galv. Some good defensive mon. I mean, Zavali can be whatever, which is cool. Good defensive mons, Aloe, Vespiquen, Garg, I guess. It's a very balanced team. I think played right, it can definitely be a top team, but like, with balance, it's always hard to say. Galv is a really good mon though. I love it. I did go for Vikavolt this time though, because I drafted a lot of funny nuke mons. Yeah, mainly that Ghost Resist is kind of eh. Everything else seems fine though. Mega Medicham Delta, I don't know how good it is. Like it's pretty good. I think I don't know. Its typing is really good, but its special attack is weaker than its physical attack with like huge power Athenian. But like all the fairy resists get hit super effective by ground, so it's a very good offensive dual typing. Does it get Trailblaze? Like regular does? It does keep Trailblaze, which is very nice. It does have Stab, Moonblast, Earth Power, Force Sphere, Energy Ball, Psychic, Focus Blast, Force Sphere. Interesting. I think it's a pretty good team. It's solid. I don't think it's my favorite team, but I think it, you know, it can be in some high places. I think I'm going to move Glaciers up to A here. I think I'm gonna put this team here. I think it's near Glacier's team. I don't know if it's better or not. The speed is what's really making me not like this. And the defoggers are all kind of meh. Like, even if you have webs, I feel like you gotta have one Fastmon. Just in case you don't get webs down for a long time. I think I'm gonna put it under for now. Might change my mind later. We'll do the last team, which is S's. And then I'll look at all of the teams again. So here's S's team. 120 to 98 makes me cry, but it's okay. Hydreigon Delta, I don't know if it's good. Mixed opinions about it. I'm gonna have to see it in play first. I do like the mini Sneasler Lele. Definitely a very nice mini synergy within the team there. Snorlax Delta, I don't know if it's good either. Zeraora kinda is mid, in my opinion. It's not the greatest. Skarmory is gonna have to run defog every week, which is okay. It's a very good defogger, but you also like setting up hazards with Skarmory a lot of the time. I do also have Groddle Delta. I think it's pretty good. It's pretty bulky. And they also have a win factor of like they have two really good win factors in Crawdon Mega and Sneasler, which just, if you give them one free turn, they can just win the game as DE Dragon Dance, whichever. And 80 base speed is a lot better for Dragon Dancing with Mega Crawdon. I feel like this thing's insane. Because it's bulkier too now, so it's hard to KO. Unless it's like 2x, like strong attack. But it's a Pokemon. I do like the defensive core and Snorlax, Skarmory, Grotle. Even Hydreigon is a bit bulky and has some good resist with this typing. I think Zeraora is a fraud though. But I've heard that if anybody can make weird Pokemon work, it's S. So we'll see. How much do I like this team? I do like the win conditions a lot on this team. Also love Skarmory. Very good mod. I think it's like in one of these two. I'm actually gonna, whoops. Let me add a row below. You do like A minus. And then B minus, because I don't think there's really any bad teams. I think these B minus, these three can stay here. I think Love Out Glacier's team has been the metric stick. It seems like very in the middle. Like it's a good team. There's definitely some weaknesses within it, some strong points, but it's a good team. I think this team stays in A. I think only two teams in A minus actually. Should Soviet Onion? No, his can. I actually think his team is worse than Chelsea's. A little bit. Why are these not showing up? Give me a second. There we go. I think these three are definitely the best teams. Does Theros have the best team? Do I like Theros's or Divine's team better? I think they both have qualities that make them... Like, I think Theros's you just put in, and you're like, okay, this is a good team. Like, you can... Every game, every mon, except maybe Lipard, is a solid Pokemon. Gonna be pretty good. Divine's has higher peaks with, like, Rain, Typhlosion, Urshi, Rapid. But I think its overall power level of just like good mon across the board is slightly lower. I don't know how good Lantern Delta really is. I think I'm gonna leave them. Let me add an S minus. Change these colors. Green, be purple, blue, white. There we go. Or gray. I think I'll move Twigs down here. I think I'll move this here. I think these four here are good. I think Bummer's team is A minus. I actually think it is. Just because Mega EV can do so many different things. It really depends how good he's going to be with Mega EV. But just from a standpoint of team alone, I think it's good. I think Soul's team is slightly better than Glacier's. I think I like this ranking. I think these two teams are definitely the best. Twigs slightly behind. Chelsea's I think it's decently behind Twigs in terms of my team will just randomly kill things that it shouldn't. Yeah, I agree. I think your team has higher peaks, but I think the Eros' team from mon-to-mon basis is slightly better. Like, these two could be interchanged at any day, I feel like. I think S's team is, like, it's stall, semi-stall, so, like, you know, it's hard to say. But it's decently behind Twigs, but it's also decently above Sylvia Onions. So it's kind of in a weird spot here, where I feel like it's better than A, but not quite as good. But I think Twigs is slightly behind the S tier. I don't know what could have made your team better. Maybe a better Mega. Then we have the stall team. It really just depends how good they are. But in terms of a stall team, it's a good stall team. S has really good win conditions, I feel like, and really good glue mons and like Skarmory and Lele. And Zeraora is a good Volt Switch bot. Soul's top 6 are like really good. Hitmontop I'm a big fan of. Copperaja is not bad. And then I think you get a little bit of worse teams here. Glacier's definitely is not bad, but there's like Noivern and Pikachu I don't think are very good. Drifblim's okay, I guess. Monkey Dan's, it's a very balanced team. I don't think it's bad by any means. I just think there's crazier teams. Bummer, you know, the EV Mega, I already explained it. Some really good offensive threats there. Chance's team is hey, I'm bringing these 6 every week, and I'm gonna hope I can beat you. The top 6 is good though. Boston Beartix, Sindo's team. It's a very interesting team, very hyper offense. Cammy's also very hyper offense, but I think it's a bit worse. The mons are just a bit worse. Wild's team, definitely very good, or like pretty good, but it feels a little all over the place. Like Spiritomb and Roserade, if they don't win the game, I feel like you struggle a lot. Or if one of them maybe, you know, gets hacked, gets crit early, you're kind of fucked. You're only at like other mon that does damage like a lot is Dragonite. I guess Hoopa can, but Hoopa's very volatile and can die kind of easily on the physical side. And then Nick's team. Nick's definitely is not bad. It also feels a little all over the place. Has some mons I do like Cinderace. I think Muck Delta's pretty good. But it just feels a little too... not enough threats. Like, I think Wild, you know, you just send Mega Spiritomb in. You could send him in turn 1. Even Dragonite Delta is a pretty good threat. But I feel like Bisharp's really the only one here. These teams could honestly be interchanged. Yeah, I think that's the comprehensive tier list. I don't know why Glacier has 12 points left. Let me make sure this is right. Let me pull up the calculator. 19 plus 15 plus 15. It might just be glitched. No, he only used 103 points. I don't know. Maybe somebody ask him. But yeah. Let me download this image. Yeah, that's, I think, gonna wrap it up for me here. Thank you everybody for coming out for the PRs. If you're dissatisfied with your ranking, feel free to ping me and I will tell you why I think is where it's at. Yeah, I am excited Granted, you know, take all these with a grain of salt because I don't know the Insurgents metagame that well. This is the first time I'm playing it, so I may be dumb, but you know. Your top spot? No, you're not, buddy. What are you talking about? But yeah, thank you all for coming out. I'm gonna go and end stream. I'll send an announcement in the Discord. Have a good rest of your day, everyone. Bye-bye.